Guess what? For reasons. So I've been doing some off-camera stuff because it's not the main story quest. And I realized in order to help me do what I want to do, I'm going to get promoted to my next rank here because I've got enough seals. I need a tank, and I think the easiest way to get a decent tank right now would be as if I hit level 60. Because I can unlock Gunbreaker. Fortunately, I have also unlocked... Oh, I'm going to get so many seals. Also, clean up my thing. So I got into level 59, doing some of my off-camera stuff, daily roulettes and such. My Conjurers are now White Mage. So I get a healer, but I want a tank. One for fast queues, and two for venture and need. These dailies, the roulettes can be redone when you're in adventure in need, and you get bonus rewards. Part of what that does that is these company seals. We're just going to hear this over and over again while I essentially clear out my entire armor chest. I spent 6,000 steals, and I think I might... Yeah, I'm back to 6,000 seals. I got a max of 3,500, so we still got a ways to go. I kind of want to just save these for transmog purposes, but I can get them drops. I'm going to just turn them for seals. Okay, cool. I'm gonna need the earrings because I got my pre-order earrings. I'm not worrying about flame fun. Do I not have that unlocked? I don't. I'll be damned. I'm gonna try some of this. Oh, we're going the wrong way. We're down here. So if you're ever wondering why at this point in time I can be streaming when you should be getting the COL podcast all ready for posting for Patreon tomorrow and etc. for the next day. Well, the reason is because we record to YouTube and then I have to wait for YouTube to finish its processing stuff before I can even download it. Once I download it, then I use the audio from that for the audio, and then I edit it for re-upload for the public feed. So, if here we are. I'm not sure if this is going to work. It is a 44 and I'm at 59, so we'll see. But my gear is level 50, so who knows. Nice thing is I get all the drops, which means I can turn them in for company seals. I bet you I could buy good crafted gear. This is supposed to unlock that door behind me. There you are. Not that his little explosion things do much damage to me, but... I may or may not be able to do this. Ooh, I did it. Hello. Sir, nope. Dimmer, nope. However pronounced the name. Why, thank you very much. This character is still in a Realm Reborn. See how this works. This is an alt. My main character has completed the initial Stormblood storyline, just hasn't gone through post-game or post-expansion. This is a level 59 monk, which doesn't have all the cool abilities that you get from 59 to 60 because, or 50 to 59 because I haven't hit Heaven's Sword, so. I'm actually soloing Desmail Darkhold because I need it for my what's it called? Grand Company. And I was like, oh, I'm level 59. Oh yeah, I'm also in level 50 here. I'm not sure if I have the guilt to like just buy basic level 59 gear or leveling gear. Probably should do that. I'm using the Ironworks gear, which is fine, especially considering all I'm doing is level 50 content. I don't think you can get that until you finish Heaven. Just the like the regular initial content, not the patch content. I can check though, see if it has shard gear. If it has, that'd be great. But I'm also only level 59 right now. I do have the Menfina's earring though, so that might be a boost. And yes, I pre-ordered a Walker. This is actually going pretty decently. There was like a couple scary moments, but I wanted lava drinks. Sadly, I don't have a provoke. See if I can do this boss. I don't know, he has some hard hitting attacks. It's over. Probably should have grabbed some potions. I don't even know if moving actually helps. Yeah, I wish I had squadrons. I could just... Ah! Oh! Okay. It was fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Oh. Yeah, so this is the NPC you're referring to. All I got is Primal, Geralt Masterworks, and Ironworks here. I do have up to the 60s. I'm actually going to see if I can get upgraded again. Another tool. Yeah, all these shops, all the shops for these are in Ishgard or in Corthus. Yeah, I just checked her again, and only has up to the Ironworks gear. Doesn't have Shire. Oh, not bad. 2,250? Shields, head. $44,000 for a headpiece. I'm not spending that much. Because all I can do for duties right now are level 50 and below. $64,000. These are much too expensive. 30,000. I only have 300. Yeah. Each of these are like tens of thousands of gil, and I only have 342k. Oh, this isn't too bad. I'll just get normal quality. It's fine. I don't need earrings because I have my leveling earring. $20,000. If anything, I'm gonna opt for accessories. They seem to be a little bit cheaper. Oh, not the rings. Rings are expensive. Well. There you go. They'll at least up my level a bit. A little bit. Back to the adders next. Oh, I need to complete my hunting log. Okay, I'll do that later. Went as far as I needed to go. All right. The reason why I started streaming was because I was going to stream my entire MSQ. And I really wanted to get up to 60. So I'm using MSQ to get up to 60. I just need like almost 3,000. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding, and it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, we may be certain that we will hear of it. But until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Asians, Orange is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we can defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braze. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how we can be, independent to a fault and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. By the way, I don't like the looks of these things, so I'm going to cast it later. Look, it's just going to look like my Ironworks things. Hello. Thank you for stopping in. Oh. Yep. The vaccine can knock you on your tuchus. Thanks for Shardo. What is it, Esco? And do be concise. I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I'm hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I have little choice. Yeah, it's all right. Which is to say that my men want to labor, though we though we are but newly formed. There's already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being said, I entrusted this resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Esagos.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
Excuse me.
That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the grand companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this ivy had coiled itself around every part of the immortal flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
See how far I get tonight before I get tired and need to go to bed, which would be about an hour and a half. Flames. Here.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Everybody calls him Raubon, but apparently Ilberd calls him Robon.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Bah, spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Ilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway, I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Hrothgar to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
I need any of these. Grab the gold. Gilbert is eager to continue his investigation into the Guardian spy known as the Ivy. Our hunt for the Ivy is beginning in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levier. We have returned from Uldar, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minions and its Imperial contacts. Soon after we left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. Gods damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Guardians are not one to treat their foemen with dignity. I have grave fears for our safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are abroad, afield. Begging your pardon, Commander, but we have no time for that. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Guardians with more captives. Yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert was right of it. I trust you are willing. Of course, you are Now, Elliot N of the Fourth lies in wait in the tangle near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will praise you of the situation. God bless flying. Where's she? Hold on, I feel bad for this guy. Anyways, the Guardians fell upon us without warning, wounding both Rahesh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not last long survive their attention. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while the comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the force, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. Around here. Am I missing something? Oh, there she is. There they are. Where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Guardians will only be too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you are to create a commotion within the cast room, you should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak hands once we're safely outside these walls. We await your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Word cannot help well express my gratitude. All that's left is to report the mission success to Commander Levieux. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. It does me well to see you thus returned, though I doubt not your prowess. Entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, which having succeeded in your mission, as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to your expert administrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Esagos. Allow me to thank you also, Cyan. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an appointment to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that our men keep their wits about them. It may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Esagos, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I am afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Corthus. I've been granted an audience with the Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. You have been blessed with the rare opportunity, Esagos, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. You are to treat with Sir Emric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Emric wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Corthus. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to nobler use. If so, I would remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. Meeting with the Ishgardian ambassador, by all means, I think it is a wonderful idea. You have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphino believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Antecedent? I take it Esagos has explained the situation. He has. Yet, welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I know. The question of their motives is one of which I have given no small thought about. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated in the center of Albathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance, formed in the wake of Amigo's fall some 2 decades ago, friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silverchair Skies. Tear, not tear. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turned a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas, even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartano, these brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm. Their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall as once fell al amigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this could be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so, rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past. This time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. They have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agenda to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. Controvertible. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead Esagos. Our old friend Lord Hoshafont is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further integrated yourself with the man. Ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Camp Dragonhead, right? Yep. Ah, Esagos. What a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is most appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Ah, good Master Alphino. An honor as always. Likewise, Lord Hoshafont. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debt incurred has long been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fulton may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See will at last willingly grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloaked helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But the matter of hand, Sir Emmerich arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I'm told he is eager to meet with you in your first convenience. You are doubtless weary for your journey and desirous of rest a while by the warmth of our hearths. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the night station outside the intercessory. We will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed in the intercessory forthwith. It's just over here. You have been expected, sir. Take your ease inside. We shall summon the others. I think this is voice acted.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the Primal Menace. The Beast Tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury? All our precautions were for naught?
Let me teleport outside. Nope, not where I was. Nope, don't want to go in here. Talk to Alpha now. Just when we were starting to make progress. To make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll, of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I would think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of the attack. Let us speak with Lord Horsefall and find out what he has learned. I don't know why I popped on the mount. It was just right around the corner. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell down upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they appeared, they were gone. It would be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge of which only a select few are privy, as presumed. Quite. You can pursue the avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush would be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Horsefall said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Esagos. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? Excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing to... Lord Horsefall, bid you speak with us? Then you must be... beg your pardon, sire. As you can see, they left nary crate behind, tipped the wagon for good measure even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would ever have it easier to just steal it? Though a damn slight harder to conceal it, I allow. Reckon they came prepared probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. Ah, but pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care of the observatorium might tell you something more factual, that is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack, not that his presence amount much. In here? Nope. You've come to ask me about the attack, haven't you? We came along among them before the entrance to the Hall of Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as. Lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, his silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow, like a young girl, I thought. Some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened until I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics had unloaded the wagon. They'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. I saw people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, but they spoke of Shiva. Ah, you've returned. What news have you? It seems the Lady Isot does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretics spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Alphino? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, and an apostate who lay down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saint of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no. It all makes sense now. Lord Hoshafont, what was the caravan's cargo? If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Lady Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe with a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once, Lord Hoshafont. You would agree that the discretion is of paramount concern. Of course. I trust that you will count on your continued support, Master Lafreniere. The Signs of the Seventh Dawn have sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is certain. I will need to send word to my brethren in Stoll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I'm sure you would not miss us for the world. The persistent attacks on our caravan seem a little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned their purpose behind the attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Minfilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, Esagos, pray join me in the Whiteburn front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information that will help us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Drillemont, should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there then. Good. Whenever you speak to Drillemont at White Brim Front, the best thing to do is go in from the roof. Because you can fly. Take a few steps down and boom. Signs of the Seventh Dawn wish to join in the hunt of her Isart? Your assistance is more than welcome, my friend. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all ears, Lord Drillemont. A band of pilgrims have been transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak. That self-same frozen wall, which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whiteburn Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in my best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such is my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. And so it begins, my friend, though I dare say I will prove an all too brief collaboration. I saw it will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, the wise man does not wager all the success on a single solution. There may be a subtler means by which we can locate the heretics' lair. Mayhap Lord Drillemont has one in mind. Yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. It seems as though we are always one step behind our quarry and just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the self-same result. Fortunately, we are not without our options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Guillemot. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, and has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we conduct an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in that Whitebrim front. Though some are found to be committing certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged itself to Iceheart's cause, he may have taken note of the movements of Temple Knights in the Crucible days, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Gendarmont in the... trying to figure out how it's pronounced in French. I probably pronouncing it completely wrong. Gendarmont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere. Simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing, which would endanger our plans. Fastest way outside? Through the roof! There we are. The weird like male like for the pointed ears. Suspected heretic leads through the southwest gate. Suspected heretic follows the road east. For being so quiet and everything, and this big the mechanical thing. Oop, I missed that. The suspected heretic heads south. We're here. I sense a cutscene. Hey, where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bullets off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall. Why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to that bloody echo. Lower your voice, or you'll hear us in Whitebrim front. Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are Mumble in Snowcloak. This is what you bring me? We already knew about Mumble. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels Mumble dead before they know what's happening. Nevertheless, Mumble, if we waste our time again, is that clear? Well, did your investigation bear fruit? I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard his words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. You would seem the heretics are aware of our operation, confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is our key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. I have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given that you are on what you overheard, I fear that the Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Derendere Knights are on patrol in the area. I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of so storied warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Helone is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Esagos. The lives of our allies are at stake. Like the tunnels that don't fly so far. Or, yeah, fly up so far. You know what I mean. In the right place, right? Nope. Over here. That's a different tower. The knights sent no word of your coming, Esagos. What has happened? What is that in your hands? By the Fury, those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered and... No. We are not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I wager they are at They are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the trader you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsmen's watches at our outpost at Snowcloak. The trader is stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we have caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetables has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changing now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Derrinder must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. Time is of the essence, Esagos. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloak unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them not if they are cut down ere their swords are drawn, but all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may still be time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Emmerich everything we have discovered. Eat food. For the seals. Here we are. A little bit of XP. Going this way. Alright. Before I turn this in, I'm going to quickly refresh my beverage. Be right back. All right. You'll be back. Esagos, this is a welcome surprise, perhaps the only one thus far. Can you see that we have yet to uncover any hidden... You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we were suspected the heretics might be plotting an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. Have Commander Levieux been informed? The Braves must be made aware. It must be here. I'm certain of it. Why else would they go through such lengths to defend Snowcloak? 'Tis but a pity this discovery comes when our enemies has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we be, the heretics know know the terrain far better than we. I dare not think how many are watching us at this very moment. Confound it! This is all wrong. Iceheart has us scrambling to save our own skins when we should be rightly straining every sinew to find her and stop this damnable summoning. There she is! Come here, girl. That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Only my pride, Ida. There will be others nearby. We must see that we are given a similarly warm welcome. Commander Lavier. There has been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrances to some half-dozen tunnels after spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that is not all, sir. We think one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha! Just as I suspected. Amongst this warren of tunnels lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Some of the others. We are going in. A moment, Alphino. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot say for any certainty where it leads, much less what is waiting for us there. Fortunately, we have Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we enter the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers would be more hindrance than help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. Ahem. A change in plans. While we rendezvous with Sir Emmerich and keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever the tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. We venture into the unknown, so see that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many, or Papa Limo may sulk. In other words, this is a dungeon. You only need 4. Entrance to the tunnel, sir. It's just over here. Had we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would never have noticed it. Per Sir Emmerich's orders, we are to stand guard outside. Please be aware that even should you encounter significant resistance, we cannot leave our posts. That's fine. I'm not going to chance it. Ooh. Need repairs. So I'm going to return to Gordania. And... Oh. That was a fast queue. Okay. Probably get the queue again, but I think there's a mender in Wayburn front, so I'm just gonna quickly run back. This way. should go around and unlock lead quests. If I decide to do a crafter, I'll need it. I think we're... One. I just want to quickly repair gear. Repair all. Yes. Okay. Cool. Alright. Commence. Wait a second. I need to repair. Oh, Jesus. It's a Hrothgar dance. Which is better than the Rogadin, which is just like do 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 do. Now it's taking time. I didn't complete this. Alright. Is there anything Corthus? Show incomplete. No. Well, let's go to Southern Thanolin. Oh, wait. Let's get all the Emulgus stuff. Oh, actually, there is a couple that simple. It's like the Temple of Quarn. So what do I need here? I need Emulgus Sniper. Emulgus Sniper. Oh. This is probably mage for something. Pugilist. There's another thing I haven't done. Oh, they're down in the South Sangoli Desert. These two are in the sunken temple of Quarn. No. Okay, I got everything here. Kobolds and Sahagin. Okay, don't know where those are. Let's go to Costa del Sol. Signal's Run is over here, I think. I think it's unmarked on. Oh no, it's up there. Ugamoro? Roundsman. Kobolds completed. Shelfclaw Sahagan. Off to airport. I get to go in this time. And I believe I'm teleported out after I finish this. I love the music in here. Our paladin's the Hrothgar. hate the Yeti. Thank you for your donation to the Literary Bananas. I probably wouldn't need any of those. Did I just do 2 limit breaks in this one dungeon? Nice. Here's this thing, which I believe is cinematic. Let's watch it. I suppose it's called cutscene instead of cinematic, but
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light. Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart. This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
that took longer than expected. What news, Esagos? Well, we went through a cave, we got attacked by a Yeti and a big dog and a couple of other monsters, and then we met Iceheart. Her name is Izel, so Iceheart is but a pseudonym. Not that it matters. And then she teleported using an aetherite crystal. That she managed to escape is regrettable, but for your description of that beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Mayhaps they'd even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? The Crystal Braves should certainly share the credit for it, too. 12 be praised, Esagos, we can yet turn this situation to our advantage. Assuming we stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Needless to say, our fellow Scions have not been idle. Minfilia and Oriange have been busy pursuing the archives of House Photon, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you are intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on your duties, don't. The antecedent should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to the cold. She bothered to actually put on warm clothes. Antecedent, you come to us straight from the archives of House Photon. I trust your time has proved fruitful? Would that it had. Oriange and I scoured countless tests, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with the dragon, the gravest of all sins according to Ishgardian faith. Yet, in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could have even been possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Phaeton. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to the endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Emmerich might take issue with the methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the Sapsers confirm that a tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I expected, Sir Emmerich. Lest you understand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant to, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not for the will of Helone that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required for all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies, and I would not presume to speak of the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era, and Scripture tells us only so much. Would that it told us more. The man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiating table, to be sure, less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhap she does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman, of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to be summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. Sole exception being good King Mogomog XII, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mughals god. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia. They have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetherite I saw it used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetherite, somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of this second Aetherite, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume that she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route. Most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Shanlian may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I dare not think to how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. Given Minfielia's look into the Aetherite problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The Third Inu is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Korthus is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we press them for the leader's whereabouts. Also, though it's admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While you have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you in case you are not aware. Good. I knew you would understand. Yuyase can appraise you with the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knight shall hold a snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. And I need to get going to bed, so... I need to be in a... I'm just gonna... Actually, I wonder if... No, I don't think Whiteburn Fucked is. I'm pretty sure Camp Dragonhead is. Rest area. Every little bit of it rested XP possible. I can fly back. That's it. Might do some more tomorrow night. I'll see you next time.
Have come and gone since that day. How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. They called. The warrior of light.
wont to run from my troubles. Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
This town certainly has changed. I'm not at all for the better. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Infilia. This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone.